My name is Alan Schubert, and I would like to welcome you all to the Stonewall Museum, outlining the history of the Pride Center. It's a great time for everyone to reflect on our history and just look at where we are today and be in awe of the Pride Center and all that we can do for our community today and well into the future. Thank you very much. And I would like to give you some of my history of the founding of the community center. I arrived in South Florida back in early 1980s, and what I found in South Florida was a community that was not very united on any front whatsoever. Most gay men at that time were devastated by HIV/AIDS. We had just learned from San Francisco about the virus, and our minds were on HIV, wondering if and when we were going to get HIV. And our friends, we began seeing a lot of friends die. And at that time there, I got involved with Center One, which began as an HIV/AIDS organization. It was a gay organization, and we started offering services to gay men with HIV. And pretty much I learned a lot about our community back between 1983 and 1991. I was just a volunteer, and then I got on the board of directors, and then I became president of the organization. So I was doing a lot of fundraising and community outreach, and I got a chance to meet a lot of gay and lesbian organizations. And I found that there was a lot of competition for dollars among these clubs and organizations. And they were so disorganized and so, like I said, not united, that I felt that we needed something to pull this community together. That Fort Lauderdale, Wilton Manors was more than a bar scene, that it had some vibrancy in the community. I wanted to bring the community together. So I did a little research on my own and found out about other community centers throughout the nation. I had one friend who was the founding president of the New York Community Center. His name is Irv Kuberberg. He was very helpful, getting my thoughts together and talking about how to get the community involved. And so I got the word out to the community that I wanted to start a community center, and I was looking for board members. And I was able to find 4 remarkable people out there: Yvonne Rohrbacher, Tim Singer, Joe Donnelly, and June Clarkson. Got together I think it was like around September, I believe, of '93, when we met in my family room, and we just discussed the idea of a community center. And one of the first things we decided was it's going to be very important that this was not going to be our community center, that this was going to belong to the greater gay and lesbian, bisexual, transgender, and questioning community, and that we had to have some town meetings. We had to have people agree with us that this was a great idea, that the time was right, talk about different kinds of services that we could offer at the community center. And we had this meeting at the MCC church. And we were really overwhelmed. A lot of people showed up. First, there was people that said, time's not right. We're fighting for our human rights. Didn't feel that the community center timing was right. But the majority of people said yes. So at that meeting there, we began forming different committees, program service committee, volunteer committee, pulling it all together. And from then on, for the next 6 months, we continued meeting at in my home in Victoria Park, and we had committee meetings, board meetings, and a lot of fundraising, because we knew that we couldn't offer too much from my family room. We did have our own telephone line, which currently is the same line that we have now, and we got the word out through newsletters. The first couple of years, we had really a great little newsletter called the Center Voice, and we got the word out, and within those 6 months, we were able to raise some money where we were able to rent our first, probably about 1,100 square feet on Oakland Park Boulevard, 1164 East Oakland Park Boulevard, to be exact. And from then on, we built a lot of different, programs and services. At the time, back in '93, I had no clue on how large of a facility that we eventually occupy. I knew that if the programs and services that we could provide were accepted by the community, that the center would grow accordingly. And of course, today, of course, 5.5 acres of land and 30-some thousand square feet of meeting space. It's wonderful. I'm really, and I want to say one thing very important to the community is that this could have been, at the beginning, yes, it was my dream, but it's really the community that brought this to reality. Okay? And I thank everyone that's there today. Stonewall Library, John Graves, many people with the library, as well as the volunteers that are probably there this evening. They made this a reality, and they continue this dream. So it's, my name's on the building, Alan E. Edward Schubert building, and that was something I didn't really want, but it's too big. But anyways, I appreciate the recognition, but I'm really thankful to our community for making this a reality.